Hi, I'm Win, Director of REMAX CondoDee.
Hi, I'm Harrison from REMAX CondoDee.
Today we talk about a new research, market research of condominiums in Bangkok Central Business District. And the topic is we compare cheaper condominiums. When we say cheaper, we mean condominium that is cheaper than 95,000 baht per square meter, with luxury or more expensive condominiums that are condominiums more expensive than 195,000 baht per square meter. Harrison, when we have a new customer come and we always ask them a question, what is the purpose of buying, for living or for investment? What is the typical response?
Well, we would ask them if they're buying for living or investment, but basically everybody's always buying for investment. If you're buying for living, they might be looking for something in a larger size. It depends on the age group or the size of their families. But the younger people, they would buy something more newer, but it will be smaller. Somebody who's older, bigger family, they will choose a bigger size, but this would be an older building.
Okay, so is it correct to say that like 50-50, some people prefer cheaper options and 50% going for newer, meaning more expensive, more luxury projects? Is it correct?
Yes, I think so. But it just depends on the age group of my clients. But I would say like most of my older clients, they would want something bigger, and the budget might not be in the range for a newer condo. So that's where I have to tell my clients to go look at older buildings.
So it means for me, it means that people who buy for living, they automatically consider as an investment, because property we always want to buy, and if we decide not to live, we want to rent it out. And that's why next step, it's not people making some calculations, they just go with their preferences. If I want bigger size or smaller size, what is my budget? So if my preference is a bigger property, then I go to cheaper per square meter. And if I'm young and I want more fancy, more modern facilities, then I go for more expensive properties and smaller size. Is it correct?
Yes, correct.
Also, as per your opinion, do people understand what does it mean for investment? Because they buy for rent means buy to let. Do they understand how to calculate their profit?
Yeah, so we have to do the ROI and the
for these people. But my question is, as I understand, most customers, they say for investment, but not really understand what does it mean. What is your experience?
When you buy a condo, everything is always an investment. But when my clients, they tell me they want to invest, I would always try to bring them into a newer project, because it's easier to rent out. Older projects, they're kind of hard to rent out. You can rent them out, but they're not as easy as renting a newer project. But for the renters from newer projects, you will always have people coming in and renting them. But they might not be as long-term as the older projects. Renters who come to newer projects, they might do like a year by year. They stay 1 year and then they leave, and then a new tenant comes. But for like the older buildings, you have like bigger sizes, so you have families. So they would want the kids to go to school and stay in the same building the whole time.
Yeah, location is a good point that you mentioned. While in any case, what we do in REMAX CondoDee and in our research, we always focus this area that is the most central business district of Bangkok. In this term, we are kind of the same. Older, cheaper and more expensive buildings are in the same area. But again, when people decide to buy property, they automatically consider it as an investment. And as per my personal experience, when they say yes for investment, they don't really understand how to calculate return of investment. And that's why we asked our expert to prepare data where we compare condominiums in our central business district, and we compare cheaper condominiums. Cheaper means larger, and expensive condominiums that are by definition in this area newer and smaller.
Yes.
And the interesting conclusion we received that all the condominiums, they little bit more profitable in terms of return of investment, something like 15%, because it's a good location in any case, and the rental price difference is not as high as difference in buying price.
So Kunwin, I agree with you about cheaper condos are more profitable, but I have one remark. Since we're living in COVID times, I see there's like the newer projects, they have special promotions during this time because they're not able to sell out to foreigners. So right now they have like special promotions, special discounts just for foreigners in these newer condos. Right now we're sitting in this condo called Noble BE19, which is in Sukhumvit 19 near the BTS Asok. This building has a special discount just for foreigners.
And what does it mean if I buy in this condominium? Will I have similar return of investment as a cheaper one?
Yes, because the discount is like 20%. I think around 20% cheaper than the normal rate.
Okay, so if price is cheaper and we still can rent it, normal means our return of investment will be something like 20% higher.
Yes.
And buying today in this specific project may be same or even more profitable than cheaper older condominium.
Yes, like I was saying before, these newer projects, people are always looking and renting them out.
And again, can you repeat again the name of this project?
Noble BE19.
B19, and it's located near NIST International School.
Yeah, so you have NIST International School, you have the lake, Benjakiti Lake, you have the Mall Terminal 21, and the BTS and MRT.
So if our customers are interested in this project or some other good deals for new or old projects, what they should do?
You should contact us. Somewhere up here is our phone number, our website. You can also please click subscribe, click the bell, the notification bell, and please write us a comment and we'll respond to you straight away. Okay, now we will run a presentation that was prepared by our expert Kun Win Win, where we target 250 condominium projects in Bangkok Business Center, and we present data for those condominiums that are cheaper, less than 95,000 baht per square meter, and from other side condominiums that are more expensive, more luxury, more than 195,000 per square meter. And this presentation will actually confirms our feeling with the customers that condominiums in this area in central Bangkok, they are cheaper condominiums. They are larger in size, in living area, and there are less units per building for these projects. Also, these condominiums are usually lower rise. And it also confirms that these condominiums, cheaper condominiums, they are slightly more profitable for rental yield. Also, we will give you a calculation. We will explain how to calculate a rental yield. It's straightforward. It's just annual rental income divided by the price of the condominium. It's a straightforward, easy calculation. This is the gross numbers, while the net numbers you will need to deduct expenses like maintenance fee and agency fee if you use agency to rent out your property. Please enjoy this presentation.
And as usual, we ask you to like our video and to subscribe to our channel. It will be nice if you can push a bell button so you will get notifications about our new videos. And this way you will show us that you appreciate our efforts to bring you nice Bangkok Central property tours during these difficult pandemic times, that you can enjoy our videos from your home without need to go out. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Bye.
Thailand Property Explained. Cheap versus luxury condominiums in Bangkok Central Business District. Property market research by REMAX CondoDee. Buy-to-let referring to the purchase of a property, specifically to let out, that is to rent it out. Buy-to-let properties are, usually, residential, but the term also encompasses student property investments, and hotel room investments. As for all property rental, the benefits for a buy-to-let landlord can include a stable income from rental receipts, as well as an accumulation of wealth if house prices go up over time. Gross rental yield is the annual rental income from the property value, which does not include the charges you pay towards the maintenance of this property, or the amount that you pay in taxes. It simply is the money you earn as rent yearly. Gross rental yield equals annual rental income, divide by property value, and multiply by 100. Why buying condo in Bangkok Central Business District? Although buying a condo in Bangkok Central Business District (CDB) seems like a practical thing to do, not all condominiums guarantee price appreciation if you choose to sell it in the future, and if you choose to have it rented, finding a tenant may also prove to be challenging. When investing in a Bangkok real estate, it is important to hash out a specific purpose, otherwise, you run the risk of losing your capital or worse. Most property investors buy condo and have them rented out, and, eventually, sell them in the future. Luxury versus cheap. There are many factors that determine the price. We have classified condominiums in central Bangkok into just 3 simple categories, based on price per square meter, PSM, for the purpose of this research. Luxury price should be over Thai baht 195,000 per square meter. Mid-range, priced between Thai baht 95,000 to 195,000 per square meter. Cheap, priced below Thai baht 95,000 per square meter. We compare luxury versus cheap condominiums, defining what category brings higher gross rental yield. Location, location, location. Location is the most important driver to guarantee the value of a property in the future. We analyze condominiums in Bangkok Central Business District only. The reason why Sukhumvit CBD is so popular is due to its proximity to mass transit facilities, easy accessibility, and a short distance from numerous amenities, such as shopping, dining, and entertainment options, as well as international schools and accredited hospitals. Though, it is also important to be aware that not all condominiums along mass transit will guarantee price appreciation. Luxury condominiums are located in closer proximity to BTS or MRT stations, on average. Condos in Bangkok CBD. Market research by REMAX CondoDee. We monitor 250 condominiums in central Bangkok. 53 of them are cheap condominiums. 51 of them are luxury condominiums. Luxury condominiums are higher and have more units per project, on average. Condos in Bangkok CBD. Market research by REMAX CondoDee. Apartments size and age. Cheap apartments are significantly larger, more than double, and are located in buildings that are 19.4 years older on average. Condos in Bangkok CBD. Market research by REMAX CondoDee. Prices. The average price of cheap condos is lower in absolute numbers, even though these properties are larger in size. The average price per square meter for cheap properties is 3.34 times lower than luxury ones in Bangkok CBD. For buy-to-let investors. Market research by REMAX CondoDee. The current average gross rental yield in the Bangkok Center is in a range between 4.0 to 4.5% per year, while the cheap category of condominiums represents the highest end of the range, and luxury ones represent the lowest end of the range. Cheap condominiums are 15% more profitable than luxury ones for buy-to-let investment on average. Buying luxury new condominiums during the current COVID-19 pandemic with a significant discount from developers may provide an interesting opportunity to get luxury properties with a rental yield of cheap ones. Summary. Cheap condominiums in Bangkok CBD are significantly older and provide larger living areas. Cheap condominiums in Bangkok Center are lower and have fewer units than luxury ones. The average price of cheap condos is lower in absolute numbers, even though these properties are larger in size. The average price per square meter, PSM, for cheap properties is 3.34 times lower than luxury ones in Bangkok CBD. Feel free to contact us for a free consultation about properties in Bangkok Sukhumvit CBD. You can see our contact details here on the screen. We, at REMAX CondoDee and Bangkok Collection, are happy to hear your feedback and ideas for future videos. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home, and most important, stay tuned to our channel. Thank you.